Are we? Today is the 5th, the 5th of January. Can you believe it? Yeah, we are 5 days into 2018 already. So that's 5 days into 2018. So anyway, guys, what I wanted to say to you is simply this. It's vitally important to know that, a lot of people actually make New Year's resolutions. And as I said in the synopsis, statistics, which as we get to know each other on this platform, you realize I'm not huge into statistics because they can be bent to show whoever is trying to show you. They can be bent in favor or disfavor of what anybody's trying to show you. But that being said, statistics really do indicate that 85 to 95% of people who have passionately made a New Year's resolution fall off the wagon by the 2nd day of January. That's the 2nd day of January. And by the end of January, another 2% has gone by the wayside. So that's a whopping 79%. My question is, why does this happen year after year after year? And I know that I've been in that number. I know definitely and categorically, as I'm sitting here in this chair, I've been in that number. I actually believe it's because people don't have clarity around what they're wanting. So in today's podcast, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. Why, or what you can do. We know the why. We're going to be talking about what you can do to assist and to support you in being able to create what it is that you want for 2018. So guys, let's get this show on. Alrighty, bells in, class is in, class is not over, class is in. So, as I said before, facts indicate that people make New Year's resolutions and they don't actually follow through. That being said, guys, it's vitally important to understand that in making your New Year's resolutions, if you don't have clarity around what it is that you're going to do, chances are you're not going to do it. Now, the fact that you have made a New Year's resolution and you did make a New Year's resolution actually tells me that this is something that you really wanted to do. I mean, you really, really wanted to do this. Somewhere in your head, you said, I want to do this for next year, and it looks really good. Now, if you sort of said, I want to lose weight, if you said, I want to lose weight, I want to stop smoking, I want to start saving more money, I want to be nicer to myself, whatever it is that you said to yourself that you were going to do, December the 31st, 2017, the fact remains for me, that this is something that you said that you wanted to do. However, if by the 2nd of January your diet has gone to hell in a handbasket, or you found that you're smoking more cigarettes than you were smoking before, or you're doing things or doing the thing that you said that you weren't going to do, believe me, you truly are in good company. And you're in good company because there are many people who are doing this. Now, my big question for you in all of this is why? Why is it that that it's come to this? Why is it that you are actually doing this? Why is it that it's happening this way? Why is it that it happens to you year after year after year after year after year, year in, year out? You say you're going to do this and you don't, or you say you're going to do this and by the 2nd of January, it's gone by the wayside, and or by the end of January, definitely by the end of February, you're back to your old tricks. Well, one of the things is, whatever it is that you said that you wanted to do, you were too vague. you were just too vague. And what I mean by that, it was really abstract. Yes, you said that you want to lose weight. And in your head, there's a certain image or images that went with that. So in your head, you said that you wanted to lose weight. Fine, great, wonderful. But it was too vague. There isn't enough body to it. It's like if you've ever seen a house built, or if you've ever painted a picture or whatever. Yes, you have the structure, you have the outline. Like with a house, you have the outline of the house. But it needs sheetrock, it needs, electricity, it needs floor, and then flooring, it needs paint, it needs all these other things to make it into a home. And so therefore the same thing applies to you and your New Year's resolution. You need all the bits that will turn your New Year's resolution into a living, breathing, viable thing that's working for you. So when I say that your New Year's resolution is too vague, no, I understand if you say that you want to lose weight, you want to stop smoking, you want to learn to drive, you want to be kinder to yourself, you want to be more spiritual, you want to save more money. I understand that. I understand the concept. The name of the game here is, do you? Do you understand the concept? Do you? And I know people will be saying to me, you are too crazy. What do you mean? Do I understand the concept? Exactly. She's crazy. No, you have the concept. Now it's to create a dynamic where the concept will become real for you. So what do I mean by that? In order for your New Year's resolution and or anything that you're going to do in life, you need to have a plan. Oh no, she said that word. You need to have a plan. She said that word. Yes, you do need to have a plan. And I'm not talking about something that's rigid. I'm talking about within the universal laws of attraction, there has to be fluidity, there has to be flexibility so that you are able to move. Flexibility allows you to move and flow and to bend and do what you need to do. If it's too rigid, you're going to break. And if that happens, it's going to create the same dynamic of you not being able to achieve the goal that you want to achieve. So you've made a choice. You've made a choice of what you want to do. And I'm just going to lose weight. I'm just going to say lose weight because that's one of the classic things that people talk about doing for the new year. They're going to lose weight or get healthy, that sort of thing. So in losing weight and or, I'll use healthy as well, and or getting healthy, the question is, what does that actually look like to you? What does it look like to you? No, really, guys, what does it look like to you to lose weight? You know, you've said that you wanted to lose weight. How much weight? How much weight? You see, you might say, oh, I want to lose a few pounds. That's really abstract. That's really vague. When you start getting into how many pounds you want to lose, or what it looks like to be healthy for you, then you can start creating a plan of action that's really going to support you in your desire. You see, it's not so much working the plan, it's getting a plan that's going to support you in achieving your goal. So, okay, so you say you want to be healthy. What does that look like to you? Does it look like walking? Does it look like doing yoga? Does it look like swimming? Does it look like hiking? Does it look like just getting back out in nature or walking the dog 4 times or 3 times or 2 times a day, or, you know, what 2 7s are 14 times a week. And then how far? How far do you want to walk? How many weights do you want to lift? How far do you want to jog? You see, guys, when you start looking at what it is that you're wanting in more depth, it ups your chances by 100%. It ups your chances of achieving what you want by 100%. Okay, so you want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? Well, a few pounds. What does a few pounds look like to you? Well, a few pounds. That says nothing. What does that look like? Is a few pounds 5 pounds? Is it 10 pounds? Is it 2 pounds? What will make you satisfied, or what will make you physically look like the mental image that you have in your mind, and or what will allow you to fit into the clothing that's hanging in your closet that you say that you want to fit into? How much weight? And so this is what I mean. It's about you being clear. So if you come out the gate and you say, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2018, or I want to start out by losing 10 pounds in 2018, you now have a clearer and more concise idea of what it is that you are wanting outside of just losing weight. So once you know that, you can say to yourself, what does this really look like for me to achieve this goal? Can I achieve this goal, number one, by changing my eating habits? Can I achieve this goal by adding exercise to what I'm doing already, so I'm not being as sedentary as before? Number 4, do I need diet and exercise to achieve this goal? What does it look like to you? What does it really look like to you? And so, guys, it's vitally important that you find clarity around the thing that you are wanting. And in order to find clarity around the thing that you're wanting, it's vitally important that you ask yourself that question. What does it look like for me to lose the weight that I'm wanting to lose? What does it look like for me to lose the 10 pounds that I am wanting to lose? And start working from there. You know, people will say stuff like, pushing away from the table, you know, which literally translates to not eating as much as I'm doing. Okay, so you know what that translates to. So what does it really look like, feel like, and sound like for you to actually get up and move away from the table so that you are not eating as much as you normally do? So what that translates to, what does it look like for you to curb your eating? What does that look like? Do you need to invest in eating, or do you need to eat more protein? Do you need to eat less carbs? Do you need to eat food that satiates so that you feel satisfied? What is it that you actually need to do that, to achieve that goal? What does it look like or sound like for you to tell yourself while you're sitting there eating that you've had enough and you need to get up? What does that look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Does that even feel comfortable? You thinking about doing that? You see, this is what I mean, guys, about getting clarity. When we start our New Year's resolution, when we go through that process, and we passionately say, you know, we're going to lose weight, we're going to get healthier, we're going to find the right love interest. You want to have a relationship this year. What does that really look like to you? What does it really look like? Because when you're able to see what it looks like, you can then create the steps, baby steps, nano steps, quantum leaps, whatever you're comfortable with. You can create that so that you can move forward in a direction that's going to assist and support you. Okay, so sticking with the diet. You've established that you want to lose, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds this year. You have established that you actually want to do this through eating alone. You're not interested in upping the ante with doing any exercise. You just want to do this by eating alone. Okay? So you've decided, right, I don't want to exercise. I just want to do this through how I choose to eat food. Okay, that's wonderful. What does it look like then for you to lose weight, the weight that you want, so you can fit the image that you have in your mind? What does it look like for you to really start this process? What does it look like? What do you see happening? Paint me a picture. Paint yourself a picture. What do you see happening? Paint yourself that picture. What does it look like for you to eat foods that are going to assist and support you in shedding the pounds? Understanding that restricting yourself, and I'm talking seriously about dieting here. Diets don't work, but that's a whole nother show by itself. But restricting yourself from foods sends a message to the body, and that the body usually rebels. So where I'm going with this is it's vitally important that you do a little bit of research as to what will work best for you. Will something like a calorie controlled diet work best for you? Something like, I don't know, like Weight Watchers, South Beach, whatever these diets are. Do you need to do low carb, high carb, no carb protein? Do you need to become a vegan? Do you need to become a vegetarian? In that, will you eat eggs? Will you eat milk? You see, it's about you doing the, I call it the inspired action to assist and support yourself. You know, I have friends who hate salads, but they think in their mind, in order to lose weight, they have to eat salads. But because they hate salads, they don't realize that no matter how much salad they eat, they'll never lose weight, because they have programmed their body not to respond to that, or to respond to eating salads in a negative way. So it's truly finding something that will work for you. Will intermittent fasting work for you? And that's something that I'm going to be playing with this year myself, is intermittent fasting, and not necessarily to lose weight, but more for the health benefits that fasting brings. For those of you who do know me, I wrote a book, Green is for Life. You know, and that was about fasting, using green smoothies to fast so the body can repair itself, so the cells are revitalized, and your body's energized, and your body is in tune, and your body's intention and focus is set on healing. And so I'm a true believer I'm a true believer in fasting. So that being said, you know, would intermittent fasting work for you? So, guys, there is much work that you need to do outside of knowing what you want, which is 50% of the battle there, or 50% of your success is there. Knowing what you want with clarity. Yeah, I want to lose weight. The other 50% comes into play when you know what it looks like, what it feels like, what it tastes like, what it smells like, what it sounds like, for you to achieve that goal. So again, one of the reasons why New Year's resolutions fail, and fail epically for most people, is because they are too vague with knowing exactly what it looks like for them to achieve the goal. The other thing that I want to say with anything that you're doing, whether it's weight loss, being nice to yourself, finding a new love interest for 2018, once you have it down, once you say, and I'll go with intermittent fasting, as that's something that, as I said, I'm going to be investigating this year. You've decided you're going to do intermittent fasting, whereby there is no specific calorie restriction other than you eat in a certain window of time. Okay, so you've got that down. You've got that down. Because you are changing this particular pattern of your life, how is that going to affect if you are mum and you're doing cooking in the house, or you are the person who cooks in the house, even if you are working with people and, you know, you guys get together for lunch, etc., etc. How is what you are wanting to do and accomplish, how is that going to affect the people around you? And if it's going to affect them negatively, how then will it impact you? Are there days when, per se, intermittent fasting or exercising or meditating or whatever it is that you're doing, are there days when that won't work for you based on your workload? Could it be if you're going to be doing an exercise regime? Could it be that because you are back in school, or because you are taking certain continuing education courses or whatever it is, could it be that this particular day you don't have the time to really go to the gym for an hour because you have to be up an hour early to attend a class? Then you have to do notation and, I don't know, write a summary. And then you have to go to work. And then you have homework to do because it has to be, submitted online the next day, by the morning of the next day. What will prevent you? And this is a huge question to ask yourself with anything that you're doing. What will prevent you from achieving your goal? What will prevent you from losing the weight that you want to lose? What will prevent you from getting healthy? What will prevent you from getting from stopping smoking? What will prevent you from achieving your goal once you have clarity around what it is that you want? I'm huge on, and guys, I am huge on you marrying yourself to the thing that you say that you want. And when I say marrying yourself, what I mean is you need to ask yourself the question, you want to lose weight. What does that look like to you? What does that feel like to you? And I'm not saying what will it feel like. I'm literally saying from the laws of attraction standpoint, what does that feel like to you? What does it look like? You have to be in the moment. What does it look like to you? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? You see, when you can engage your senses by asking those sort of questions, you will be able to marry yourself. And when you marry yourself to anything that you're doing via your senses, you'll believe it. And if you believe it, it has been said, and it's very true, it ups your chances 1,000% to receive it. When you ask yourself, does it look like there is anything in my life that will prevent me from achieving this goal? What you do is you start looking externally for things that can impact your world and what you want negatively. You see, self-talk is huge. And really, I'm going to be doing a show on self-talk. I'm going to be doing a show on intermittent fasting. I'm going to be doing a show on, I call them the golden questions. And the golden questions are literally what I just asked you. You know, what are you wanting? Painting, that was so British. Painting a mental picture is huge. Painting a mental picture and you being in it, wow, that's huge. We're going to be talking about visualization and the correct way to visualize. A lot of people visualize, but they don't visualize the correct way. It's a living, breathing, moving thing. So guys, I just wanted to say this to you, that if you have a New Year's resolution, and the New Year's resolution is a struggle for you, and or you have fallen off the wagon, and or you are falling as we speak, believe me, there is hope. One of the biggest things is getting clarity around what you want. Don't be so vague. And because you've said, I want to stop smoking, I want a new love interest, I want to lose weight, I want to be healthy, I want to be more spiritual. Because you've said this, doesn't mean that you have clarity around what is required of it. And so the name of the game is to find what's required of it. Check out the different, there are so many dietary regimes out there. And believe me, I've done this whole thing about diets don't work, and they don't. That being said, there are so many regimes out there that can assist and support you in creating what you want for yourself. Think, or just sit down and think about it. If you eat 4 donuts a day, given the nature of how they are created, 4 cannot be good for you. It can't. I don't believe so. But you see, that's my belief. If you believe something different, then perhaps you need to do something different. Maybe diet isn't what you need. Maybe what you truly need is exercise. And I'm not talking about going to the gym and lifting weights. I literally mean exercise where you just go walking. Perhaps that would work for you. So this is about not falling off the wagon. It's about you getting back on the wagon, but in a proactive way that will assist and support you in achieving your goals. Ask yourself the question, what does it look like, feel like, sound like, taste like, smell like for me to achieve my goal? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like, taste like, smell like? And once you have that clear, like you want to lose weight. Well, how much weight? 10 pounds. When do you want this? That's the other thing. When do you want to achieve this goal? The middle of 2018, by the end of 2018? When? When do you want to achieve your goal? You want to stop smoking? When do you actually want your last day to even remotely have anything to do with a cigarette? When? You see, when you have these parameters in place, the goal becomes smart. The goal becomes smart. And that's what you want, a smart goal that is uniquely tailored to suit who you are. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I hope it's coming across loud and clear, because I'm using a new system which is on my desktop. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it's coming out loud and clear. But that being said, guys, it has been wonderful. Happy New Year to you. Yay! Happy New Year to you. Yay! I picked the wrong thing. So happy New Year, guys. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I know it is. I feel it. We're going to do some amazing things together, and you're going to actually create the life that you want to live, not what somebody else is telling you, but the life that you want to live, with the tools that you learn, and that you will learn, and that you have, and that you've picked up along the way. So until next time, guys, I am Dr. Wendy Dearborn. You can find me at the Laws of Attraction in Action.com. And I encourage you to join the Facebook group, the Laws of Attraction in Action.com. And of course, you can find me on all the other social media things that are out there. Instagram, YouTube, definitely a YouTube user. And for the upcoming year, guys, look out. We're going to be doing some webinars. We are definitely, and these webinars, they're going to be surrounding on, of course, the laws of attraction, and you being able to, I'm so into people empowering themselves through the power of choice, and understanding that choice is the first law in the universal laws of attraction, so that you are truly able to manifest the things that you say that you want to be able to do and have the things that you say that you want is so, so important, guys. That's so important. I'm so passionate about that. But anyway, in spring, and I may have said this before, in the spring, I'm starting a cooking series that is about food and beyond. Food and beyond. There's a spirituality to food. There is, sacred geometry associated with the shape of food. Food is amazing, and most people, I'm of the opinion, don't actually realize how amazing food is and what it brings to us in regard to manifesting and using the laws of attraction. So I'll keep you posted. Please feel free again to check out my website and sign up for the newsletter, or sign up just for the news that will let you know what, when, where, how, and why we are doing what we're doing. So until next time, guys, I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn from the Laws of Attraction in Action. Take care, guys, and Happy New Year.